If this is not a sign of the times, I don't know what is. So they're predicting over 4,000 restaurants are going to close down in Canada. And it's not just restaurants, but this is a great indicator of what's happening in our economy. And let's talk about why. So first of all, the report came out, and basically when they say 4,000 restaurants are expected to close, that's net loss. So that's already accounting for new restaurants opening. So that means even more are actually closing. That's the crazy part. We don't know what that number is, but we know that net, even after all the new restaurants planning to be reopened, 4,000 more are going to be closing. And this is actually fairly serious. Now, going through this global news article, they state that the problem is not that the restaurants are failing suddenly, it's that the sector has been operating in a prolonged state of economic stress since 2021. The report argues, adding that pandemic-era support such as wage subsidies, rent relief, loan deferrals, and tax postponements kept many restaurants afloat. Higher input costs and labor costs since the start of the pandemic, coupled with the changes to temporary foreign workers program, have contributed to challenges facing the restaurant industry. Now, the reason this is a little bit bigger than it seems is it's actually a symptom of a much bigger problem, and that problem is socialist policies. Every socialist and communist country fails because of the same reason. Things become so expensive, so unaffordable, that without government assistance and constant government subsidies and constant taxpayer dollars, things just can't work. You can't work in a society where the labor cost is so high that you can't sell a hamburger for less than $20. But at the same time, those people making those high wages still can't afford housing. So the whole system is broken, and this is where it fails. And the government just has tried to throw more money and more money and more money. They don't care about fixing it. They just care about delaying the fall long enough that they get rich in the process and at least win the next election. Now, at the end of the report, they do say that it shows 41% of food service businesses are operating at a loss. So even the ones that are not closing are losing money consistently. And I have a feeling this is not just the restaurant industry. I have a feeling this is happening everywhere, and it's a serious problem.